What's up and welcome skaters. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be reviewing a product, but I've gone out and I've filmed the video already and I've set it into the PC and now we're going to react to it. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I think of the shark wheels. The shark wheels, for anyone that doesn't know, are these wheels with these weird grooves in them that basically are meant to be like all terrain. They can survive on cracks, water, slippery surfaces, all this, that and the other. They're meant to be the all-terrain skateboard wheel, right? So they sent me two pairs, one bigger set that are more like cruiser wheels and one smaller set that are more for like a street skate park style thing. So what I've done is I've set up two different boards, one with each set on them. You're going to see that in this video. So with all that being said, let's jump straight into it and I'll give you my thoughts on the shark wheels. So first things first, we had to go back to our mini ramp. This is our ramp in the woods. We had to get the tarpaulin off. Thankfully, she was completely dry still, which is always nice. We had our doormats just to make sure that we don't get it all muddy and crap. But yeah, this was a good session. I do have some choice words to say about the shark wheels. So we tried them in 3 different locations, right? We tried them on the streets, at our mini ramp, and at the local skate park. So we've got a very good idea on all the different terrains that these would be good for. Now what you can see here is my setup. This is the street version that we went for. So I've got the shark wheels here, which for some reason do have these little knobbly bits on one side but not on the other. Now with the other ones, we set them up the other way around. We just wanted to see if it made any difference, right? So this first one here is my Andy Anderson Series 2. Just set this up. I got slappy hollow trucks and obviously the shark wheels on there too. These are the 54mm versions, I believe, and as you can see, they're very much a unique shape. They're kind of more square than circle for sure. And Josh here just keeps standing in my light as I'm trying to get a focused image on the wheels. Yeah, it's not just me session today. I'm here with Josh as well. And this is the second setup. These are the 60mm versions. As you can see, they're considerably bigger. This is on the Heroin Egg board, I believe, and Josh has independent hollow trucks on this one. And yeah, as you can see, the Andy Anderson Series 2 is actually going really well. I really enjoy it at the moment. But yeah, so this is our half pipe here with our it's 3 foot on both sides and it has an 8-foot extension. However, the wood, I have to be completely honest here, the wood with these wheels, as you can see, Josh is having to push in the middle and it's ridiculously hard to pump. I don't know what it is with these wheels, but the only time you can really revert or slide with them,
these are more cruiser wheels. The grip on this wood is nuts.
Yeah, so it would only really slip in like the slightly wet patches. Like they would really hug and stick to the ramp. They felt very weird on the coping, which we'll get back to in a minute, but I will be honest, the pumping that you have to do to keep the speed from side to side, and bear in mind, our bearings aren't the issue, the wood isn't the issue, this is a brand new ramp, the bearings have been broken in before, we've been using them on our normal boards. As you can see, it takes a lot of effort for Josh to get to the top of the extension there. And he barely even makes it halfway. Like, the worst thing about these wheels, in my opinion, on the wooden ramp at least, are the fact that they completely suck away your speed. Like, it takes so much effort to keep the pump going to make yourself hit from one side to the other. Now, our ramp is a bit further apart than a normal one would be, just so we have a little flatland area.
Pumping to get around the wood.
Either way, like I just said, it takes a lot of pumping to get around the wood. Yeah, this one was, it was quite difficult to skate on the wood. Okay, now we're doing some grinds.
I'm going to turn around at 50-50 on here. Maybe.
They were ridiculously hard to revert as well, and they like stick to the coping. There are some good things about them though, so don't get me wrong, we'll be hitting those, but this is just my first experience on the ramp. And like, I don't know if you guys have ever skated really soft wheels, but it almost feels like your pop is kind of nerfed sometimes. Like, it feels like it's dampened, like you're trying to pop off carpet or grass or something. Harder wheels don't really have this. And by the way, I know that these wheels aren't designed really to be super hard reverted, be at skate parks. These wheels are designed for more all-terrain, but being all-terrain, I've got to test them out everywhere. And we're going to take them to the street shortly after this. But I didn't quite have my opinion on them fully just yet, because obviously I've only tried them in one spot. So we're going to do some grinds and then we're going to go test them in the streets. You see that? See here? Like the way that they... I don't know if you can go frame by frame in the media player, but the way that they like crunch on the coping, it's like... It really makes it hard to grind. They would lock you into 5.0s and Smiths really easy though, because they like locked onto the coping like that. It was just hard to get like a truck-based grind going. Like that. The crunchiness on that felt rough. But it's still doable. It's still doable. You just have to put some extra fancy bearings in these, in my opinion. Okay, so now here we are on probably one of the roughest roads around my area. This is like right out of town, right? So basically, this road is Danger Mouse.
We got a
I was about to say we got a rough road here, but yeah. The thing about these wheels is
where they excel, clearly.
it seems that no matter what the terrain is, they will always be the same. But sadly, that like base level of the same speed is not that great, right? So when you're going on this, you pretty much go the same speed as what you would on like the ultra smooth concrete. If anything, the ultra smooth concrete seems to suck away your speed a little bit. We'll get to that when we get to the main skate park. But this road here, I was doing a few tricks in that in the road, just some shove-its.
This road is normally horrible to skate. And I'm gliding.
Yeah, they actually felt really nice on this. So I will say, if you're into like cruising, if you definitely skate more rougher areas, or if you have a skate park more like this, an older skate park perhaps, then you would certainly benefit from these wheels, in my opinion. Like, they're not that great for skating on wood or ultra smooth concrete, in my personal opinion, but for rougher terrain like streets, maybe you just have a cruiser board, maybe you have a longboard that you want to put them on, I think that these would work extremely well for that. But once we take them to the main skate park, I try a bunch of tricks on them, and then I'll give my full thoughts and ideas on what I think and if they're worth it or not. Also got my Hulk Hogan grip tape here. I don't know if you guys have seen that yet. I haven't posted the grip art video yet. So here we are at the skate park. As you see, an extremely frosty and wet day, which is another thing I need to mention, right? In the wet, these wheels didn't really slip and slide at all. Like in the wet, these wheels would be as slippery as what normal harder skateboard wheels like Spitfires would be on smooth concrete. So if anything, they've kind of overcompensated for if it was wet or not, it seems. I don't know. But anyway, this is our local skate park. As you can see, it's extremely icy, and the shark wheels actually save you on that. Hella slippery, as you can see.
Alright, let me draw it up.
Yeah, right into the ice to see if I could revert easy. And it wasn't too slippery.
That doesn't really feel slippery at all on these bad boys.
See, I can tic-tac and ride through the ice.
It is when you try to revert.
No problem. And look, it's weird. Like these shark wheels, like they look square when you're stopped and stationary and just checking them out. But when they're spinning, they do look pretty cool.
You'd be looking hella frosty.
They did get frosty. Okay, now we're doing a few tricks. But yeah, it's the same thing. It kind of requires a lot of effort to pop. And any trick that you would normally like revert, it doesn't really revert. So you have to kind of pivot it instead. Popping and flip tricks though, they didn't make much difference whatsoever. So if you're someone who has a rougher skate park, a rougher older terrain skate park, and you just wanted to learn some tricks, these wheels just might save you from the rough and horrible ground. So in that position, I would highly recommend buying them. But if you were just going to use them to like skate the skate park like a normal skateboard and we're looking for something a bit out of the box, I don't think these are really the wheels for you. So if you're looking for a cruiser board, maybe a longboard setup, and you want something to hit the streets with, I would recommend these. If you were just looking for something to hit the skate park with and wanted some alternative wheels, these may not be the ones for you. Either way, that's my opinion on shark wheels. I really did try to like them, but sadly I've got to give them a 5.5 out of 10. I'll see you in the next one.